You don't think this is crazy? When you meet a woman who dates a man who don't take care of his kid, she knows he don't take care of his kid, and then she get pregnant by him, and then she think he gonna take care of her kid. You don't think that's crazy as hell? You don't think that's crazy? Ladies and gentlemen, please answer. You don't think that's crazy? You are dating a man who don't take care of his kid, and then you get into a relationship with him. He doesn't, okay, I understand that the baby mother or the child's mother is keeping him from the kid. That's a different scenario. But you clearly see he don't give a damn about that kid. Sister, you are going to be in that woman's position if he breaks up with you.
Because women don't like other mad women.
They do.
The baby mother been complaining about him, been saying he ain't shit, been doing everything wrong. She been complaining. You think that she's the problem? No.
But this is the truth. But if you sit down and have these discussions, like, you know what, he was younger. His son is 8. Not only is his son 8 years old, his son is named Junior. He had the nerve to give the young man his first, middle, and his last name, and he don't even give a damn about Junior. And he only gonna take care of your kid while y'all together. And if y'all break up, your kid will be on the same porch alone, just like yours.
Ladies, now I see why you mad.
Welcome to the Don't Let That Go Over Your Head podcast, starring Q the Boss.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to another episode of Don't Let That Go Over Your Head podcast. They call me Q the Boss. I'm not gonna lie, I'm laughing a little bit. Before we even get started, I'm laughing, guys, because my guy to my left has came up with a topic today. And yeah, I'm throwing him under the bus a little bit. The topic is called, Why Are Women So Mad? I'm asking you, why? Why do you feel that?
You're asking me why?
Listen, this is your topic.
Listen, it's a simple question, but not a simple answer. So,
okay,
I think this is more for the ladies to answer, but I'm gonna give it my feedback and give you why I think they're mad. But
okay,
let's go.
We're gonna give y'all a call in number 2 today, guys. So y'all can come respond to this.
Definitely calling.
Okay, so why do you think so, though?
I think it's I don't feel like they have equal rights like men, so that's one thing. But it could be many reasons. It could be social problems, economics. Could be a lot of things. I mean, like you said, you're gonna let them call in today and give their feedback, and then we just give our feedback. That's all.
I do believe a lot of women are mad because a lot of men do overly talk about what they're gonna do in a relationship and then underperform a lot of times. I do. I'm gonna admit it. A lot of men do oversell themselves when it comes to dealing with the opposite sex, and I'm being fair because if I can talk crazy, I can talk crazy about both sides. And I do, at one time, I'm gonna admit it, I used to do that. I used to hype girls up.
Yeah.
And in reality, it was like I wasn't planning on living up to none of those expectations. And the reason being is because I had one mission.
Yeah.
And once the mission was accomplished, she got to see the real version of myself.
Yeah, definitely.
So you think that's why some women are mad?
Of course. It's like I said, this is a broad spectrum. This is a big topic. So, there's no right answers, there's no wrong answers,
But you know one thing I'm gonna admit, and I'm gonna be fair. I think a lot of older women should be more honest with younger women, because we could always say that there are not a lot of good men. Would you agree?
Of course, certainly, definitely.
So if we know that there are not a lot of good men, I do believe that there are a lot of older women who really look at men as very disposable, especially good men when they're younger, and then when they get older, they are upset because of the fact that they made poor choices when they were younger with dating. I know people that say things like, "Oh, realistically, I can get a better man." I'm like, when you're younger, ladies, and I'm not trying to throw no shade, I'm just talking logically. Your value is higher in the dating market when you're younger. Would you agree?
That's definitely true.
But then when you talk to women, a lot of women don't like to admit that truth. And then it spills over to the younger generation who believes that they have so much time to find these great men.
I feel like a lot of, not to cut you, I feel like a lot of women are looking, a lot of men is looking for a woman that they can actually train, reprogram, just to adjust to what their needs and what they want. So usually when you get an older woman, I think they're already broken in already. So that's a big issue for a lot of men, especially around my age.
Most men don't like older women, but that's been since the beginning of time. That's nothing new.
Yeah.
That's not a nuance where you see older men dating younger women since the beginning of time, and a lot of times it's because of maturity. I think women
that's a fact. Yeah.
Yeah, they mature faster. So when you
Yeah.
maturing faster, you tend to want to date up because you're looking for the maturity too. I think a lot of older men give younger women balance.
Yeah.
And then, it's just what it is. Plus, the older guy looks at the younger girl as she's more coachable.
Yeah.
Some people call it, he wants to control. And I'm like, I don't think it's about control. I think it's about being coached.
Yeah, controlled, or their favorite word is narcissism.
I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I don't think no man should date no woman he can't lead. If he can't lead, I don't think he should date her. I think it's a waste of time. If she thinks she's a better leader than him, he need to leave that alone because he's going to always be led. She's never going to ever give him control, ever. He's wasting his breath, he's wasting his time, and he's wasting his energy. And 9 out of 10 times, the broke man is the guy that dates the girl that's like that.
That leads, yeah.
Yeah, because she, in her mind, she's leading with her emotions. She's not leading with logic. Most men are broke because they overcompensate for women.
But don't you feel like a lot of women that date broke men are investing in that man?
No, because they getting the resources. The women want the resources. The men want the emotional security. So the fact of the matter is, most men that are insecure, they want emotional security, and women that are insecure financially because they're competing with each other, they want the financial security, the bags, the shoes, the clothes. So therefore, she's competing with her friends. And women don't get dressed and fly for men. They do it for women. Women don't get dressed and fly for men. They do it for women.
Wow,
They're in competition with each other, hands down.
Yeah.
And if they say no, they capping. Look at how women go out with their friends and look at how they go out with their men. They look better when they go out with their friends.
Oh, that's a fact.
So
Yeah.
that tells you what it is.
Definitely.
They're in competition.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on.
Yeah, that's true.
Most women do it because they want.
It's crazy though.
It's about the other women.
It's crazy because you ever seen like a birthday party with some girls and the girls look better than the birthday girl?
Yes.
Try to outdo the birthday girl.
They're in competition.
That's a fact.
Women are naturally in competition with each other.
That's-
Right?
Yeah.
It's just what it is. But when so much of it is not true. I agree. Calling this, Cynthia. Let's have this conversation. I disagree. And don't make you the standard. In most cases, most women are in competition with each other.
Definitely call in.
And when you usually have these conversations, the issue with dealing with women a lot of times, you guys make you the standard. And you have to stop doing that. If you are able to view things from a totality standpoint, most women are in competition with each other.
Call in, Cynthia.
Most
we want to know
men-
why you mad.
We just being honest. It doesn't mean that every woman, let's just elaborate on that. Every woman, but everything has gray. You might be in the gray area where you might not be the black and white. So therefore, you might be in the gray area, Cynthia. But in most cases, most women are definitely in competition with each other.
Definitely, 100%.
Let's just be honest. Maybe not you. I'm mature, I'm secure. But I go around your friends and realize that it's cap. I do believe that a lot of people say things that aren't true. Like when I hear women say I could date a broke man, they're lying.
But yeah, but look, what's the difference between a Birkin bag and a Macy's bag?
I'm asking you, what is it?
It's a bag. It's a bag. It's a bag to us.
Yes. You think we care if she got a Target bag or she got a Louis Vuitton bag? Call in, Cynthia. The number's right there. No, but he just said it again, Shane.
What's the difference between a Birkin bag and a Macy's bag?
The ego that it gives the woman when she wears the Birkin bag. It's an ego thing, bro. When you look at it, it's about ego. You can have a girl who has $13 in her account, but she still wants to be out to eat. That sounds crazy, bro. But that's their mentality. And most men overcompensate because they're trying to cater to this girl's madness. Because again, he's not leading with his logic. She's leading with her emotion.
But I see this is so earlier you asked me why do I think that why women are mad?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of women are mad because they're delusional.
Elaborate on that.
They have such high expectations.
I'm listening. He said it. Go ahead.
They have a lot of high expectations, and they invest a lot of expectations in what they want, their dream idea, dream concept. Everybody want that Cinderella story. You know what I mean, and expect to do it without having any finances.
But if you look at that, sir, what you said, the Cinderella story, right? But look at that, Tyler. They're comparing themselves to a certain woman who has a certain lifestyle. That goes to competition right there in itself.
They want to be Beyonce.
Of course, they want these lifestyles. They want to be flown out. They want to eat out all the time. It's crazy when you look at if the man is not leading with logic. Last episode, I said a guy could have $1,300 saved, and the girl is complaining with him about taking a trip. And I'm like, and now gives the $1,300 because he's trying to cater to her feelings, not her logic. It don't make sense that we on another vacation. It don't make sense that we eat it out again. It doesn't make sense because if a woman isn't allowing the man to lead with logic, they're going to be led by emotion. And every time you see a man who's being led by emotion, he's broke. You think a woman could call me? Y'all know me personally. You think a woman could call me and be like, let's just say hypothetically I got a heavy bill month. Even with my savings. My savings is for my savings. It's not for my luxuries. I make money and spend money as I make money. I don't dig into my savings. Savings for absolute emergencies, right? For a reason. Everything you have to do has to be intentional. So if I'm saving, say this account is for investments. Say this account is for my personal savings. And say this account is for emergencies. This is how I live. But if I'm not living like that and I'm just impulsively making decisions because my woman wants to go out to eat, you don't take me out to eat. I cooked for you last night.
Yeah.
That means you don't value what I do. You value what other people see you doing more than what I'm doing for you.
Yeah, attention.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So the other week, I was talking to this girl, like she introduced herself to me and we just talking, getting to know each other. First thing she said, the first thing I said, so if we go out, where do you like to go? She said she likes steak dinners. I already knew once I heard that, it's time to go.
Somebody said all women want the best, but all women don't deserve the best. Let's just call it what it is. I'm going to call it what it is. All men want the best too, but all men aren't deserving of the best too. Everyone don't deserve it. Because you want something don't mean you don't. That's where delusion comes in.
But what's your concept of the best?
The best could be they're comparing themselves to the most superior being on earth, which is usually the highest valued woman on earth and her lifestyle.
And to you, who is the most highest valued woman there is?
It's all about her brain. What she sees. Some women might say Cardi B. Some women might say Gloria Estefan. Some other women might say Beyonce.
Beyonce.
You know,
Oprah. Some people say
Some
Oprah.
people say Oprah. Some people might say
Whoopi
Michelle
Goldberg.
Obama.
Some people say Whoopi.
You know?
I don't know.
But I do believe that most people nowadays, as you said, are delusional when it comes to the dating world. They really think. You ever go out, and the scariest thing is where, like, I'm at a restaurant and I'll see like young people, right? And they're buying the bottles, they're buying all the expensive money. I'm like, you make $40,000 a year, right? I can piss $40,000 a year. I can piss it away. And I don't even do half of what you do. But yet and still, you're here spending all this money and then you have to struggle all month to figure it out. That's crazy as hell. But do you think that's a man doing that, or who you think's doing that? Who you think doing that?
A woman.
And he's being in his feminine energy because he's not thinking logical. It don't make sense.
But still, somebody just wrote, women only have the expectations to where they think they are valued. Is that? I
agree with that, Tiff. Tiff, you're 100% right there. And that sad part is a lot of women, I'm going to say this, I'm sorry, somebody going to get mad, they overvalue themselves a lot of times. Or they extremely overvalue themselves.
But, I mean, what is the value of a woman?
It is on the purchaser who's willing to pursue it.
I mean,
it's on the purchaser willing to pursue it. Self-value and dating market value aren't the same values. When a woman values herself, if a woman looks at me and tells me she's a 10 out of a 10, I don't argue with her because she has a right to feel that she's beautiful.
That's self-love.
Self-love, there's nothing wrong with that. But when she's delusional is when it comes to the dating world. When she feels like she works at Target and believes that she's supposed to have an NBA player and she's not aesthetically pleasing. That sounds crazy.
Somebody wrote, none of these men are married.
Well, she can say whatever she wants.
Call in, fake Fendi bag, call in.
Okay, but I'm just saying this. I bet you fake Fendi bag, my girl live better than her. I could bet that. That's all you got to say. The people that talk like that, they're usually single.
Yeah,
that's why they be mad. They rather than let the words marinate and listen to the conversation, they jump into their feelings.
Fake Fendi bag, why are you mad?
That's what we talking about.
That's what we want to know. Why are you mad?
Why are you mad? Because she can't find the guy that she thought would be the guy in her life taking care of her. That's why. But look, Tyler, if you say that, they get offended. A lot of times, the women are upset because the guy that they want to chase behind them aren't chasing. Hold on, Tyler.
That's why we're saying, why is she mad?
The men that they want to chase them don't see them. A lot of girls are in relationships with men that are good men, but they genuinely believe that there's a better man out there looking for them. I'm being honest. There are a lot of women right now who are in great relationships with decent guys who overvalue themselves, thinking that there's someone out there looking for them.
Because they feel like they could keep hitting that reset button.
But again, it's delusion. If we could sit there and establish something, let me ask y'all a question, both of y'all. Would you say there are more good women out there or more good men? Are there more good women or good men? It's not a hard question.
More good men.
You think there are more good men than women? What do you think? It's more good men or more women?
I feel like there's more good women.
I think it's by far way more good women.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So if it's way more good women, right? Let me ask my live. Who do you think there's more out there? Are there more good men out there? Or are there more good women? I remember a quick story one time, right? And I'm gonna give you a story. And I'm blowing it up. One time my girl was in a store, right? The ladies in the store was talking bad about how men are, right? So they said, Q, your girl don't say nothing because of the fact that you got her on lock. My girl got in the conversation. You know what she said? She said, my men don't do what y'all men do. Why am I arguing with this conversation? I don't live like y'all.
Yeah.
So this is, y'all want me to try to talk bad about my life ain't like that. Y'all life is horrible. Y'all got men that want to sleep on, to play video games and all day and all these things. She got a motivated man that's building an empire that's put her family in a better position.
Or sleeping on the mattress on the floor.
Come on. Those are the men that, you know something sad? The other day the guy said to me, he said, women, or every woman want a man with money. And I said, I agree with it. Oh. And a lot of women know they can't get it. And you know why I know that? Because every year, women are getting pregnant by broke men every year. Every year, someone is getting pregnant by men. Every day, someone is getting pregnant by men that don't have anything. So, you know.
Somebody wrote equal amount of good men and women out there. That's impossible.
I disagree.
For every man that's born, there's 3 women that's born.
100%.
So there's more women on the planet than men.
100%.
So how could it be equal? I'm sorry, Jennifer.
Listen, we entitled to think what we want, but I do believe that a lot of people come into their reality later. And the one thing I want to say this, you know why men are usually more valuable as they get older? Let me tell you why. Because men have to earn their value. A man on a bus is considered a bum. A woman on a bus is doing the best she can do. So when you look at that narrative alone, a woman comes out the womb with value, right? But as she ages in the dating world, she loses value. So therefore, she's supposed to get the best valuable men she can while she's young. She's not gonna get it when she's older. I ain't never heard nobody say, I'm looking for a 55-year-old woman unless he's 75. We just talking logical, bro. But if you can't think logical and you're thinking emotional, it makes you delusional. That's what the problem is. Most men value youth. It's just what it is. Most women value men that are established. So if a man took a long time to get established, which is because he has to earn his value, he's going to come back into the dating world looking for something more youthful. He's not going to look for something more aged. I ain't never seen nobody go to the car looking for the car lot, looking for the oldest car on the lot. I ain't never seen that. If you had a Mercedes-Benz lot and the oldest Benz they got on the lot is a 2016, you gonna buy it?
No.
And they got a bunch of 2026s.
I'll take the 2026.
I think 99% of men will. Yeah. It's just logical, but again, it's not about feelings, it's about logic.
Yeah.
But when you talk about it, I think women get offended as if you're saying they're not valuable. I'm not saying you're not valuable. You are entitled to believe whatever you want about yourself. You think you're pretty, then you're pretty. You think you fire, then you fire.
I just feel like aesthetics is not really that important in the world. It's more about, your integrity. A lot of women have to give up their integrity to be with certain men.
But again, it's when you say the word submission, right? To me, I tell a man, and I say this to any man on my live, if you got a dose of common sense, if you say submission and the woman tell you she ain't submitting, haul ass, run. Excuse my French, but run. Because naturally, if you say a man is supposed to be a provider, right? That's biblical, right? We're supposed to be providers. But it also says that the woman is supposed to be submissive. Why would I provide for a woman that's not submissive? Because that means I'm doing my role, that means she ain't doing her role. So I'm getting 100 in the class because, look, Tyler, I'm here as a provider, but she here with her submission. That don't make no sense. That means you signed up for a bad deal, baby.
Somebody wrote, is he worth submitting to?
Submissiveness means the willingness to allow to lead. When people think of the term submission, I don't know why they automatically go to like slavery or something. When you're dealing with a conscious man, ain't no conscious man want no slave. I love when a woman can tell me, no, make this left. I think it's a left. That means she's a thinker.
Yeah.
If you're attracted to a woman that don't think, that means you're weird.
Yeah.
If you want a woman that you could just walk all over, that means you're a weak man. Because I'm going to be honest with you, the more accomplished, the more established a woman is, and the more she submits, it says volumes about the man. Anybody can make a loser woman submit to them.
I mean, if your woman is going to work and you're sitting at home and not doing nothing while she's busting her ass to pay all the bills and stuff, you're a loser.
100%.
And she's being submissive to you.
But again, it's. I genuinely believe, and I say this all the time, the woman is a reflection of who they sleep with. A man is a reflection of who he dates. When a man is insecure, he dates insecure things that make him, it accommodates his insecurities, right? I know guys that won't date women that are attractive because they don't want nobody looking at their girl. And that sounds sick as hell. I know men who won't date attractive women because they're insecure about dating attractive women, right?
Of course.
It's because they're insecure. When you look at logic, right? I own homes. My woman owned a home before she moved in my home and still owns her home. And she don't got no junk home.
True.
You see what I'm trying to say? So when you're able to when a woman that has her life together chooses to submit to you, that says volumes about who you are as a man. When a woman is not willing to submit to you, it's because she don't see you as the man in her mind that she thinks she wants or she could get. If a woman is constantly rebelling against a man, it's because she don't see him as a leader. It's common sense. But in his ego, in his pride, gonna say, I'm gonna fix her, I'm gonna make, and that's gonna be the loser that's gonna not have nothing in life. He's spending too much energy on trying to accommodate a woman. That's not what a man's role is. The more he does that, the longer he's gonna not become established. That is diabolical. So I'm asking again, Shane, why are women so mad?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's why we're here today.
Someone call in right now. If y'all got something to say,
call in.
We can have a discussion like grown-ups.
Yeah.
516.
You could be mad about anything. Just tell me why you're mad. Your boss could have fired you yesterday. Just tell me why you're mad.
It ain't got nothing to do with me. 516-253-1150. I got a rule. You always leave that negative energy at the door, right? Because if you can't talk crazy to your boss, you shouldn't be able to talk crazy to your man. And man, if you can't talk crazy to your boss, you shouldn't be talking crazy to your woman.
That's crazy.
If you can bite your tongue for your boss, this is men and women. If you can bite your tongue for your boss, you can damn sure bite your boss for your mouth for your relationship. If a man or a woman is talking crazy about their mate, it's because they genuinely feel trashly about themselves. 9 out of 10 people that you see that talk crazy about a relationship, that's how they feel. Right?
Ladies, that's my woman right there, Miss Smith. That's my woman. She's telling me to come home.
Right? But again,
I'll be home, baby. Don't worry about it.
But again, it's the truth. Yes, Tyler.
How do you guys feel about women who say, you gotta make me be submissive or make me be soft? You know how women be like, I'm in my soft girl era. Shouldn't women just naturally be soft?
Ask that again.
Why are women saying they're in their soft girl era? Shouldn't they naturally be soft?
Because she's a grown man. Yo, let me ask you a question. Stay with me, guys. Do a woman have to ever tell me how to be a man? So that means I have to do above and beyond things to get a woman from you? That don't even make sense.
No.
So I gotta prove my value to you first before you submit and show me that you're feminine. Ladies and gentlemen, you do not get the role after you audition bad. You get the role, Tyler, when you audition good. When you are going into the world of dating, you auditioning for a relationship. And when you're not auditioning well, therefore you won't get the role. A man is going off the first impression of you from day one. He already established in his mind. You know what he said? I'm going to just sleep with her.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this little dirt, but I'm going to hit it and I'm going.
Yeah.
He already established that in his brain.
After a certain amount of time, certain men look past that. They don't care about the sex. They don't care about the lust part. They just, listen, are you going to be the person that's going to nurture me, be there for me when I'm down, when I'm sick? You know what I mean? That's what I consider a good woman. Somebody that nurtures.
Aries Angel said it right. A real man will automatically have you in your feminine energy. He can't have you, though. You are in your feminine energy. A person, you don't, imagine meeting a man, you got to get him to get in his masculine energy.
I don't agree with that.
Listen to that statement. Imagine meeting a man and he has to get into his masculine energy. That means he's not masculine.
I don't agree with that.
No, he has to. That person is already like that. You can plug it on the side of the chair.
You should definitely be in your feminine energy already. That's if you're expecting a man to keep you in your feminine energy, that's kind of crazy.
100%. Caller, what's going on, caller? Oh. But again, if someone has to get you into an energy, that means it's not you.
Yeah.
It's not you. There are women right now that are very strong as hell and they're very, 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 very feminine. They're very strong, but they're very feminine. And there are women that are very feminine who are very masculine.
It's nature. I agree.
Very strong and masculine.
With Ronnie. Nature. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, what's going on, caller? Caller.
Hello.
Yes, we hear you.
Yeah, I got a question. I'm not mad, but I just want to know, like,
Turn us down off what you're listening to us on, because it's gonna give back
Feedback. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Is it better?
100%. Go ahead, caller.
Is it better?
Yes.
Okay, so I got a question. I'm not mad, but I just got a question. So I was married. I was with my ex-husband for 10 years. We was
Okay.
married for 5.
Okay.
So he made the rule when we got married, I couldn't be out the house more than I was in. So I couldn't work 40 hours a week.
Okay.
So I worked 32. Mind you, he didn't work at all. How is that okay and you're not paying any bills in our house?
You know who the problem in that situation is, right?
What is that?
You.
Yeah.
You don't,
How am I the problem?
because why would you even accept something like that?
Yeah.
How you gonna let someone lead you when you're leading them?
And I hope you're not mad at men for letting that happen.
That's
was
a
on
choice.
you.
That was a choice
your
on you.
choice.
That was a bad choice.
I'm not mad at men, but the thing about that is, men will always say, "Oh, you got to let the man lead." So you basically try to let them set the tone and make the rules, and then they make asinine rules like that. Like, how is that even a thing?
Can I say something to you?
Sure.
If you're a coach of a team, right? Would you make the worst player on the team the captain?
Absolutely not.
But why would you do that with a man? You made the worst man in the world the captain of your team. Just because he's a man don't mean he deserves to be the captain. When a man is leading, then you allow him to lead. But if a man isn't leading, you need to continue to lead because he's going to lead you to the gates of hell.
But it's simple. Whoever is bringing in the money is the leader.
If not, it's not just about the money. But if he's not, he doesn't even have a job.
He doesn't have a job. He's not bringing no money. She's the leader.
You're the leader.
He was always a leader. He
Yes.
just was brain.
He just
brainwashed her.
brainwashed
He
you.
brainwashed you. Sorry.
He's done nothing to show you that he should be able to lead you.
Poor thing. I'm sorry, baby.
No, sister, you deserve better than that.
Yeah, way better than
You
that.
deserve better than that. I'm sorry, I don't respect that man. Trash. Pack him up, put him in a garbage bag, throw him to the
We're
curb.
divorced now.
But again, let's still do it. Put him in a garbage bag, put him at the curb, and let somebody take him. That's disgusting. A grown man want to lead somebody and you ain't even paying bills.
Poor thing.
Come on.
Yeah.
Disgusting. We fair. We don't. If the man is wrong, we gonna tell the truth.
You have a reason to be mad.
And then so now it's like, I pay all of my bills and I take care of my kids on my own. I have my own side business. I have a 9 to 5. So it's like when I'm dating, it's kind of difficult for me because I'm like, I'm not expecting for a man to take care of me, but I am expecting you to meet me where I am.
But can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What was the aesthetics of your parents when you grew up? How was your father?
Well, my stepfather raised me. My brother and my sister father raised me. But my brother and from birth, he lived with my mom. They were married. So I grew up in a 2-parent household.
Okay, you ever heard the saying, Captain Saver? You sound like you have your stuff together and you have your logic in order, but don't play Captain Saver dude either. No. You hear me? You deserve better than that. That's disgusting. A grown man will feel comfortable like that. That's disgusting. And I'm sorry, there's no way I would ever want my daughter to be in a relationship like that.
Yeah, you was a victim.
You was a victim in that situation. And I'm sorry, but I definitely believe that that's a self-esteem thing. We got to build your self-esteem up. Don't never, ever entertain a man like that again. Don't base potential on what is in front of you. Because potential sometimes it don't manifestate at all.
Okay. Thank you.
My sister, we love you, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
What would you get out of that conversation?
10 years, bro?
Don't laugh, though. Come on.
Nah, 10 years is crazy. That poor woman, man.
I know she's probably broken, hurt.
Yeah, poor woman. 10 years is crazy.
Because, again, I bet you if you really go back to the beginning of it, she went based on his potential.
Yeah.
And the potential didn't manifestate, and she got the short end of the stick.
We should have asked about the sex life, because maybe that's what was holding down the 10 years. Like, 10 years is crazy.
But if sex is controlling you, then you a fool.
Yeah.
You know, like we big people. We ain't kids. We got another caller, guys. We're going to answer this. Caller, what's going on, caller? Turn your whole phone off. Turn that. Hold on. What, you listening to me or turn that off? And now go ahead. Because we get feedback. Go ahead.
Okay. So it's crazy because I actually got you guys' live link sent to me from my brother.
Okay.
So I just want to, a guy's perspective. I know, we're talking about relationships and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I was with someone. I was with someone for 2.5, almost 3 years, if not now. And pretty much, I feel, I'm gonna be honest with you, I just kind of feel betrayed. Everything pretty much went downhill once we moved into our spot together.
Okay.
We got a spot together and everything. Both our names are on the lease. Things like that. And it was one of them situations where, you know how it goes. As men, we look at ourselves as the providers. The man. The man of the house.
Okay.
And so it was one of them situations where, pretty much before we got into our spot together, I was working. I pretty much was, the provider. Overall, anyway, I always give the women their dues. I'm not saying like she hasn't helped me at all or anything like that, but I was, the guy.
Okay.
Prime example. I had a doctor appointment where I had to get surgery. I stayed in the hospital for about 2 months. I let her take the car while I was there, so she could get back and forth. Stuff that a man's supposed to do.
Okay.
And for the most part, I just feel like once basically we got into the spot, and then I fell off. She kind of, instead of her uplifting me and embracing me and giving me that woman support as far as holding me down and stuff like that, we would bump heads about things, and she would just bash me. She would just say stuff like, "Oh, you broke." This, that, and the third. Oh, this is my house. Not caring that both our names on the lease. Stuff like that. And then pretty much it's been continuing to go downhill since then. And like I said, I just kind of wanted to get you guys' perspective. I am trying not to. Say
I got the perfect answer for you though.
Can I ask a question, Q?
I got the perfect answer.
Okay.
Though.
Can I ask a question, Q?
I'm just saying this. The perfect answer is you should be looking at it as a lesson. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, like
Right.
the biggest blessing is that you didn't marry her. Yeah, you're gonna learn from the lesson, right? You're gonna start seeing. That's why when you talk about the whole goal of going into a relationship is finding a partner. It's not creating or trying to build someone into being a partner. When you're dating in the courting phase of getting to know each other, you're starting to see who the person truly is. And while you're seeing those things, you have to be very optimistic and open-minded and being receptive of red flags, because there are always red flags before the situation goes sour. But people ignore it and then they point the finger rather than accepting the fact that you saw red flags. But yet and still, you gotta go with a partner is someone that's gonna build you up. But there's people that like to be on the bench and win the championships, but when the main player down, they talk bad about him. So therefore, when the main player went down, the role players was on they're not even role players, they're the bench players, and you entertain a bench player.
Right.
You got to entertain a good partner, like someone that understands what partnership even indulge.
Can I ask you a question, brother?
Yes,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So initially, when you guys first got that apartment or house or whatever you guys had, that property, who put up the money?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Well, I initially did, but you know how it go. They go based off of
No.
your job and stuff like that.
No. Let me ask you the question one more time.
Go ahead.
Who put up the money initially when you guys got that property?
the apartment, whatever.
The apartment or whatever you guys had. Who
Yeah,
initially?
that's what I'm saying. We both did. Because
Okay.
you know how it go when you do whoever brings in the most, that's who they let, unless you're short or something like that, then they'll let you do two people. Because they told me myself I would have had it, but I was short a couple,
No, I'm asking the question one more time, brother. Just, it's a simple question. Who put up the money?
He said both of them.
For the first time, both of them?
He said both of them twice.
Because he's, you know what I mean? He was going back and forth with the.
Yeah, we both.
We both did, right? So I think at some point,
yeah.
and this is the situation I went through. I feel like she lost.
Yeah.
Your value to her was gone at a certain point
Because of money.
because of money.
She didn't value him. She
She never
valued the
valued
money.
you. You sold her a dream.
Okay,
Like
and I'm glad you said that because a couple other people have told me that pretty much that's what it is.
I've been through it. So that's how I know.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
But again, like I said, in life, you don't have children. You have a little major setback for a major comeback, and you shake it off, you brush it off, and you learn from it. And when dating, you make sure you're looking for partnership. One thing I will say, the Bible says a man that finds a wife finds a good thing, and the action word is find. Every woman is not made to be a wife. Every man is not made to be a husband.
fact.
So if you know you're made to be a husband, your ultimate goal is to find someone that is made to be a wife. A wife is someone that don't mind being a partner.
Exactly.
When a man falls down, a woman's supposed to step up. If a woman doesn't feel she needs to step up, why the hell are you stepping up for her?
Facts.
I'm not stepping up for no woman that won't step up for me.
You are a king, brother.
Look, the rule is let's say you go out with a woman and she gets into an argument with a man. If her ideology isn't kicking in like, let me protect my man, let me get us out of here safely, and she's just screaming and yelling, then you're a fool to date someone like that. Because that woman's gonna keep putting you in harm's way. That woman's not thinking about your best, your safety. She's thinking about her feelings.
Facts.
So that kind of woman, you gotta leave that alone. That ain't no wife, bro. That's a foolish type of woman. That's a fool. But again, we live and we learn.
Okay.
I appreciate you, King.
I'm glad. I'm glad you guys gave me a little more insight because it's crazy. We was engaged
Yeah.
or whatnot.
Listen, luckily you learned. Luckily you
Glad
learned.
I didn't go all.
What? Luckily you learned. But you gotta court. You gotta get to know them. You gotta take your time, brother. I think people jump in relationships and they move too fast. I know people that tell each other they love each other in a week. I'm like, that don't even make no damn sense. That means you didn't love yourself.
Facts.
Because there's no way in hell I'm telling no girl I love her in no damn week. That sounds crazy. Month. Like, you gotta give it time. You gotta earn my love. All right? And I appreciate you though, King. What you got out of that?
Yeah.
What you got out of that?
He was being used. That's all.
I think so too.
It's a normal situation. He sold her a good dream in the beginning. She would,
No, he said he fell off though.
yeah. No, I'm talking about in the
He lost a
beginning.
job.
Sold her a good dream. Things was looking good. And
Okay.
This is I'm saying from her
I see what
perspective.
you're saying. I see what you're saying.
She saw where he was going at, but this is the real world. Things are gonna happen. We're gonna fall off, and that's why you need a good nurturing woman.
100%.
To take care of you.
100%. Yo, look at this. The other day, I was telling one of my guys, right? He's 28 years old. We was having a conversation. Every time this kid gets a check, and I say he's a kid because he's my little brother to me. And I said to him, yo, every time you get paid, you broke. And then I said, we sat down with Tyler, we went over his whole finances. You know where almost 80% of his income go to? It go to his relationship. 80% of his relationship. I said, yo, you gotta walk to work sometimes. You get on a bus. Your girl don't give a damn that you in a blizzard going to work. She love you that much? But she don't see that, yo, we gotta stack money for the next 6 months so I can get me a V? Damn. And when I said that to him, he said, I never thought about something. Because you're not thinking, you're in your feminine energy. You're not in your masculine energy. I'm gonna say, hell no, we can't do this. I gotta get my stuff together. Because if I'm broke being with you in a year, what do you think is gonna change if I don't change something?
Yes.
Next year I'm gonna be broke again with you again.
But that's their concept of we should lead.
But to me, leading is going towards somewhere and knowing that I'm gonna be in a position where I can give you a better life.
Yeah.
But I can't give you a better life if you taking all the resources. That's like as fast as I put the wood to build, you're taking the wood away.
Because you want the baggage on your back so you could carry the baggage.
But that's the fool because
not
you can't win like
Yeah.
that.
It's holding you down.
You can't win like that.
What do you think about the man who says he's just gonna put everything on his back and he's a real man if he just put everything on his back and serve the woman?
Want me to tell you the
He's a
truth?
simp.
Let me tell you the truth.
Let's be
He's a
honest.
super simp, and his mother and father biologically first cousins. He a little slow. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Tyler, I get to that bag and I still will never date a woman like that. I would never date a woman that don't get to her own bag. It's sad when a man don't make a lot of money and he's trying to, imagine, okay, we work out, right? Me, you, and Shane, we go to the gym. Yeah. After the gym, we all hungry, right? Correct. We get a small plate of food. Are we still gonna be hungry? After we split it amongst us three?
Yeah.
Why?
Because we shared it in portions.
So it's not enough food, right?
It wasn't
Yeah, it's
enough.
not enough.
That's the man's pockets trying to take care of another woman.
That's true.
I'm like, brother, you have a small plate of food and you're trying to stretch the little bit of resources to accommodate a little materialistic person.
So do you think a man will ever win like that? Like
Hell no.
But you gotta understand.
Hell no.
And no disrespect. There's people working retail thinking that they can hold up a relationship and put a roof over a woman's head. That's diabolical.
Because he loves her and he doesn't love himself. And vice versa for a woman that thinks she could do that. Because there are women that's in that same position where they're carrying grown men thinking that she's gonna build him into something he's not. Right. Because reality is they're dating for all the wrong reasons. Most people date with something looking to be compensated. It's a transactional thing. Most people date transactionally, not for the support, the love, and the security that you give. There's a homegirl I have. Her name is Jessima. Yeah, I'm going to say it. You know what I love about her? One of my boys married her, right? This is like a little brother to me. He married her. Jessima, I know you hear me. The one thing I love about her, one time we was in the car, I say this story all the time, and he kept telling her, I'm always financially, I'm going to be good. And she was like, and if you fall, I got your back. And then I looked at him and I said, shut the hell up. You found a partner.
Yeah.
Because she understands that humans can go up, humans can go down. And when a human goes down, if that's your partner, you're supposed to carry them. If a woman is calling a man broke and they're in a relationship, that means you dating a clown. Because if I'm broke, you supposed to be broke. We're broke together. It's a team.
Yeah.
It's a joint venture. So if I'm struggling and I'm in a relationship, what the hell is the point of being in a relationship? Just for some sex?
Delusion,
Come
bro.
on.
All delusion. I hear women talk about, oh, my nigga get money, my man get money, he got all this money.
Yeah, block that person.
All this money, all stuff. And I'm just like, well, look where he lives at. He doesn't own that.
But you know what, Shane, we live in a time now where most people are really trying to live a life of social media opposed to reality. The other day, that same particular guy, when I got to talk to his girl, her mother and father, average jobs, average life. And I'm like, and they work harder than her. I said, your mother and father both work hard, but in your mind, you and your man don't work hard like that, but y'all gonna be rich. That's another inbreeding situation. Mother and father, biologically cousins. She's slow. I said, you slow. It don't make no sense. Like when you put one next to a one and you put a plus sign in between them and then you put an equal at the end, it better equal two. Because if it ain't equaling two, that means your mathematical equation messed up some. Like you put a one, then you put a plus sign, then you put another one, and at the end of it is an equal sign. At the end of it, it's supposed to be what? Two. And if it ain't equaling two, that means somebody's slow. It's common sense.
Rescued Rudy said, I don't care about any money, just a good person.
I respect that. But I do believe that, the person should be able to carry themselves regardless.
I just say be careful because a man could take advantage of you for that.
He could, but both ways.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I have a question. So how long do you think a man has to get his stuff together? So say a woman, she falls for the guy, or maybe he falls off. How about that? He got it and he falls off. How long, what's the time period do you think he has to get it together before she either steps out or,
It depends on the woman. That's a very...
It is a vague question. All right, ladies in the comments.
But I will say this, though. When a man gets in a relationship, he is financially on the clock. And the reason why I say he's on the clock, because expectations come with relationships. But I do say in most cases, most men should not be in a relationship until they have their life together. Every man I've ever seen, soon as they break up with the girl, why do they magically start saving money? Why do they magically start saving money? Do you know they said the other day that the average man spends about $15,000 more a year being in a relationship?
Of course.
And this is not my statistic. So the women that's gonna be on here, well, my man ain't spending, that means you had a cheap vagina because you should have never been with somebody like that. That's crazy. I'm sorry. If the average says that the average man is spending anywhere from 10 to 15,000 and yes, man didn't spend no money on you, that means you cheat.
Poor woman.
That means you're selling yourself short.
This is why women are mad.
Say it again?
This is why women are mad.
Because they sell themselves short?
Yeah.
But again, that's a choice. You can't be mad at what you settle for. You have anything you get involved in. Like when I hear people like, my girl don't work. Why is she your girl? Why is she your girl? It's that simple. But people are so fearful of being alone. I think that's what it is.
I mean, yeah.
It's scared to be alone.
It's crazy when you don't want to work, but you want so many things, and you go through so much depression because you want what other people have.
And that's what social media does. It gives us a window to too many opinions. It gives us a window of too many faulty lives. It gives us a window of watching things and feeling like you're deserving of things. That's how the narcissism is created even more in 2026. You see more narcissism or narcissistic people more than ever. There are people who, like the other day I said to a girl, I said, I'm gonna tell you something. Would you say that men are visual? She said, yes. So I said, if men are visual, why are you not working on yourself being the best version of yourself? Because if a man has to work hard to be the best provider he could possibly be, why you don't have to keep yourself up? Oh, that sounds crazy. That's male chauvinist. I said, no, that's your way of saying you accepting being fat. Let's call it what it is. I said, you're going to get upset. If you just sat here and told me, Shane, that a man is visual.
Yeah.
So if a man goes in the gym and see a fit woman, is he going to look at the unfit woman or the fit woman more?
Fit woman.
So if she knows that, just the same way we accept that a man that has more money gets more attention than a man that don't. Would y'all agree?
That's true.
So we accept that. Why they can't accept the truth too?
Listen, what is your concept of a lie? That's really what it is. If you go outside and you look at the sky is blue. Y'all both look in the sky is blue, and she says it's red, or he says it's red, and y'all argue about it, but it's definitely blue. If you come home and you see a man not working and he's being a bum, you're lying to yourself.
100%.
Because he didn't lie to you.
100%.
Oh, my man was lying to me. No. He told you that he might get a job or might get an income, might do something, or he's going to, but you can see for 10 years that he's not doing nothing.
That's crazy.
You lied to yourself.
100%. You kept
That's why women are mad.
And then you see it because you have to look at it like, yo, if I stay in something and it never pans out to be what I accepted, because 9 out of 10 times, in most cases, you're going to date the person you started dating in the beginning. And you know what they say? She changed, he changed. No, you ignored the red flags. It heightened the longer you were together. Let me say that one more time. Every time you hear someone say, he changed, she changed, I say, no. You saw the red flags in the beginning and you ignored it, and therefore you dated exactly the red flags you just ignored. So now you have to deal with the fact that the red flags that you ignored, they came out and now they're biting you. It's like the person that snore, and you know you don't like it, but she cute, and you keep looking at her like, damn, she snore. And then you like, I don't like it, but she cute, but I don't like it, but she's cute. She got the fatty.
She got the fatty.
Next thing you know, and you snore. You been hated the snoring.
Yeah.
But you accepted it, now you gotta deal with it.
And now you mad, you want to bring up everything. He snores.
Won't they do?
He don't work.
Won't they do?
He smoke mad weed.
Won't they do?
He don't take care of his 10 kids.
Won't they do?
You know
That's
something
why
scary?
women are mad.
Hey, you gotta admit this. And ladies, for those on my live, let's be honest. Let's be 100% honest. You don't think it's crazy? And I want you to get this good. We're gonna clip this real too. Yo, look at this, Kenzie. I want all y'all to look at me for 1 second. You don't think this is crazy? When you meet a woman who dates a man who don't take care of his kid, she knows he don't take care of his kid, and then she get pregnant by him, and then she think he gonna take care of her kid. You don't think that's crazy as hell? You don't think that's crazy? Ladies and gentlemen, please answer. You don't think that's crazy? You are dating a man who don't take care of his kid, and then you get into a relationship with him. He doesn't, okay, I understand that the baby mother or the child's mother is keeping him from the kid. That's a different scenario. But you clearly see he don't give a damn about that kid. Sister, you are going to be in that woman's position if he breaks up with you.
Because women don't like other mad women.
Won't they do?
The baby mother been complaining about him. Been saying he ain't shit. Been saying been doing everything wrong. She been complaining. You think that she's the problem? No.
But this is the truth. But if you sit down and have these discussions, right? You know what? He was younger. His son is 8. Not only is his son 8 years old, his son is named Junior. He had the nerve to give the young man his first, middle, and his last name, and he don't even give a damn about Junior. And he only gonna take care of your kid while y'all together. And if y'all break up, your kid will be on the same porch alone, just like yours.
Oh, ladies, now I see why you mad.
Why they mad? Go ahead.
Nah.
Someone call in right now. Get that number up. Someone call in. Call in. But I'm being honest, like, this is the issue. A lot of people, look, someone said, I might leave while she's pregnant. Wow. Oh, no, someone said, oh, he might leave while he's pregnant. Listen, I've seen that too.
Did he do it before?
But science, like most things, humans are creatures of habit. Would you agree?
It's a fact.
So once you see certain patterns, ladies, there's a pattern. 6 kids, 5 mothers. If you sign up, you're going to be the 6th mother. What makes you so special? Because someone told you your stuff is better than everyone else's.
They treat that new woman like a queen. No,
until they break up with her.
They giving them the same game that they gave you.
Won't they do?
That is crazy.
Round 2.
Fight. But it's the truth. And then we get mad because of the fact that it's logic. There are a lot of women I do see that are very upset with the decisions that they've made. And then they are procreating life, teaching the next generation to be very hateful women. I'm going to say this on record and someone's going to get upset, but I like to ruffle feathers. I genuinely believe that black women hate black men. I'm going to be honest with you. They do not value.
For real?
They do not appreciate. They do not respect us. In most cases, a black man is only loved based on conditions, being able to provide and be able to make her life easier. I have never in my life, in most cases, and I say this again, in most cases, seen a man that is loved unconditionally. They said every animal person in a house is loved unconditionally more than men. Men are loved with condition, and I like to say I 100% agree with that. When a man cannot provide, we automatically say he's a bum. But if a woman can't do the things that she was able to do in a relationship, a man has to accept that. Would you agree?
I agree. I think it's weird because a black woman will just disrespect you or they treat you bad, and then when you go date a white woman or an Asian woman or an Indian woman, any other culture, they get mad. Why is that?
Because they want you to settle for what they're willing to the garbage they give you. You're going to treat me like garbage and I have to settle because we're the same race. I don't care about no color. I care about how I'm treated, how I'm respected.
You just asked why are black women mad? That we just asked?
100%.
Oh, that's a different topic, brother.
You said why are black women mad?
Yeah, that's what.
You think black women are mad?
That's what T just said.
I'm asking you though.
Do I think black women are
Yes.
mad? I think black women are mad. Why do I think black women are mad?
100%.
It goes back to when they started putting the black men in jail, taking the black men out of homes.
I agree.
But it's a lot. It's a lot. That's like I said. This is another topic. We could go into that topic another time. Today I just want to stick on why women overall are mad.
You know something funny though? The other day when we was talking, and I was talking to a guy, he said to me, Q, as a man, why do you feel being a man is a thankless job? I said, because it comes with no appreciation. It's like you're supposed to do it. Ladies, if a man take you out to eat, there's a video that went viral. Look at this statement. The man rushed from work home to take a shower. The lady wanted this particular restaurant. The reservations for this restaurant was 3 months backed up. He pulled in a favor from a friend to get the reservation for this restaurant. Right? Watch this. He gets to the restaurant. No, he gets to go get her, right? Stay with me. He drives to go see her. And when he pulls up, they have 10 minutes to get to the restaurant. The restaurant's 15 minutes away. They only hold your reservation for 5 minutes. The restaurant, it's one of the exclusive, it's a restaurant out of Houston, right? He pulls up. He said, yo, jump in the car. We got to hurry up. We got to hurry up, right? She says, I'm not going nowhere unless you open the door. He said, yo, we have to hurry up and get there. She goes, well, I'm not going nowhere till you open the door. He jumps out the car. He opens the door, and then he runs back over. She was like, you're not going to close my door? He runs back over. He closes the door. Then he said, you know what? He opened the door and said, no, we ain't going to do this. And what I respect about him is the fact that he saw a major red flag. Ladies, we understand with being a gentleman, and there's a time and a place for everything. But I doubt that 20 years of being in a relationship, your man's gonna be your chauffeur and open your door every damn day. I doubt that. And if he's gonna do it in the beginning, he's not gonna continue to do that forever. I doubt your grandfather and grandmother who've been married for 75 years, he opened up that damn door for 75 years straight, every single day. I doubt that. And they stayed together for 75 years. That's not the end all be all. Does he respect you? That man is on your time restraint, meaning he wants to get you to the restaurant you want to go to, right?
Yeah.
So I think your man should have, he had valid points.
But I feel like, I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I feel like a lot of, I think it goes back with this delusion again, but I feel like a lot of women only remember the good parts from their parents and grandparents and stuff like that. And then they remember a lot of trauma from other situations. But like you said, a grandfather is never gonna keep opening the door for his grandmother. For the grandmother, no, it's not. Your grandfather might have looked good outside, but he could have been a piece of dirt inside.
They
too.
had their issues. I'm pretty sure they had their issues.
My grandfather was a cheater.
I think I see this often too. Do you guys?
Won't they do?
Great man though.
Do you guys think that when women get angry, they forget about all the good you do as a man?
I think again, it's based on they have that most women. I'm sorry to say this, if someone gonna get upset. They have that, and I say most. I don't think all. They have that "What have you done for me lately" mentality. You ever that song? What have you done for me lately? I think that's how a lot of them think. It's based on what you've done, opposed to what is now, opposed to before.
It's because they're mad.
Yeah, because you know something funny. The other day, the guy was like, he booked a vacation for the end of the month, and the girlfriend's birthday fell on the 15th of the month, and she said, "That's crazy. You're not taking me out." He said, "I paid for us a vacation."
Yeah.
But in her mind, she still cared about what he was doing on her birthday. I'm like, the man just paid for you to go out of the country.
But she lost. I think that's like with the lost of value thing.
It's crazy.
He has no value to her.
Yes.
Isaac, 2 official, call in. Call in if you want to talk.
I've had great grandparents.
Me and they got some.
True, I've been.
You can call in right now. 516-253-1150. Isaac, call in right now. I know Isaac very well.
Chivalry's not dead though.
Chivalry is not dead, but it is delusional in a sense. This is not where one income could take care of a home. You have people who are literally worn and beat up every day trying to keep their lives together. And then you worried about this man gets up and go to work for you every day. That says more than anything he could say verbally. Words, I could sit there and tell a woman I love her and how beautiful she is every day, but yet and still I don't do nothing to make her life easier. So realistically, who cares what a person is saying? Someone put the number up, right? But again, who cares what a woman is, a male or a man are saying? It's about what they're doing. Look at this. What's going on, caller? Caller.
What's going on? It's Isaac.
Isaac, what's going on, brother?
Bro, what's going on?
Okay. What you want to ask?
All right, so my thing is, so it says me and Shania had the baby, right?
Yes.
You feel me? I've been trying to do everything I gotta do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like stepping up being a man.
Mm-hmm.
But her thing is because it wasn't while she was pregnant, it like didn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this question. What do you think she want? If she's not accepting, one thing about relationships, your relationship is only as good as much as you're willing to forgive. If you're not willing to forgive, the relationship's gonna suck because you're gonna keep living in the moment opposed to the new moments y'all could be creating. So if y'all constantly bickering over something that happened in the past, that means your future is gonna be every bit so dark. The future can't be bright if y'all keep fighting about the past. So my question is, if she do she want to move forward? Does she want to be with you?
She keeps saying she do, but it's like, bro, every wrong thing is a wrap. Like we just got off a break.
So tell her Q said this. Like, get the hell over it, and let's move on so we can have a better life. We have a child to raise. Get the hell over it, and if you need some therapy, I'll help you pay for the therapy, right? But in the same breath, I want to build this family and do the right thing, but I can't be a great man living in the past. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone makes poor decisions. We're human. And that's what makes us great, is by being able to recover from our mistakes. You know what I'm saying? If she can't forgive it, then that relationship already has ran its course.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe she's mad. And maybe she lost her value for you. So you got to figure out what it is. Y'all have to have a sit down and have a real conversation. And whatever she tell you the first time, go with that. Because that's how she truly feels. You know what I mean? It's okay.
That's the thing. It's like, so she was talking to her friends or whatever, and like she was just dogging me, like
to who?
Shit out of me.
Friends.
Like to her friend. Like she has a friend or whatever. She was dogging me.
Isaac, can I tell you something real quick? Can I say something to you? Just do me a favor. Close your eyes for a second. And picture me standing in front of you. Right? First thing I want you to do is pick your head up. Because I know you're probably looking at the ground. Pick your head up. Right? You hear me? First off, we don't allow that. Disrespect is allowed by no measure. And once you establish and allow disrespect, it will be a continuous behavior. What people do to you is because of what you allow. And second off, you don't deserve that. And when you don't deserve something, you don't allow somebody to do something. If I have to raise my child from a distance, so be it. But in the same breath, I'm not going to allow someone to keep talking to her friends and her people about me like a dog when all I want to do is love you. Love is not that complicated, brother. It's not worth it at all. And I'm sorry, and I'm talking, and I know both of y'all. And I would never allow someone to talk to me like a dog, bro, and then disrespect me in front of people, because that gets worse and worse and worse.
How old is the baby?
New.
New? Like how new?
New.
Month, 2, 3 months?
Couple months.
Couple months?
Like 2, 3 months, Isaac?
Isaac, she might be depressed, bro.
She could be depressed. That's why I say therapy.
Therapy, brother.
She might need therapy.
Try that first.
Try to put her in therapy, but that disrespecting thing, that's how she feel about you, bro. And once they get there, it's hard to bring a woman back from disrespect. It's hard to bring them back.
Yeah.
You know, and when a woman start doing that, it's because she don't value you. And you can't settle for that, because again, she's gonna go get worse and worse and worse. What I do is say, offer her, yo, we need to go to therapy. Let's go to counseling, let's go to therapy. If she's for it, that means she's for the relationship. But at the same time, you gotta value yourself more than allowing someone to talk to you like a dog and then embarrassing you in front of people. Because all you're doing is hurting your self-confidence.
Yeah.
Not to ask you about not to ask you anything personal, but
Go ahead.
so you're doing everything you need to do. You're working. Y'all got a place and everything together, or y'all? How's your home situation right now?
Yeah, we both in the army. We in the army.
Oh, you're in the army. Okay. Did y'all? You know what?
You know, Isaac, do me a favor.
Off the topic.
Shoot me a text,
Yeah.
and we gonna talk later.
Yeah.
Me and you gonna talk later,
All
all
right.
right?
All right.
I'm gonna talk to both of y'all too.
All right.
All right, brother.
But again, guys,
Sound mad.
we gotta realize that I understand she probably is in her depression stage.
She sound mad, bro.
She is mad, and she's probably hurt. But in the same breath, you can't live in hurt, because all it's doing is hurting the future of which I could be. People could literally, yeah, you can call in now.
Call in.
Call in out, Leah.
I would love to know why she's mad.
Maybe he did some things in the beginning. I heard some things. I'm gonna talk, Isaac. Don't get mad. I heard, you know, he did some dirt in the beginning. But you're young, you know, and you live and you learn and you grow. Every relationship has some level of bad times in the beginning. It happens.
Yeah.
Call in right now, Leah. 5-1. There she go. What's going on, caller?
Hi, so this is Leah. I've been coming in and like watching the TikTok live.
Okay.
So basically my question is I've been with my baby father for going on like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
We do have a 2-year-old, and I'm to a point where I keep seeing like different things like in his inbox.
Yes.
Where I feel like he's texting these women, but every time I go look, like when my intuition tells me to look, it's stuff deleted. And then when I bring it to him, he kind of like beat around the bush or like trying to like, you know, not really talk about it. And then there's been instances where his best friend, he's, you know, like talked down on me and kind of like was talking crazy. And when I confronted him about it, like, because I feel like he's not telling the truth of who I truly am. And he tried to paint me out to be like this bitchy person that complains 24/7 when it just be simple stuff. Like, you know, I'm tired. I work overnight. And that's another thing, too. He actually got injured, and I've been like the only one on his side. So I'm trying to understand, like, what else could be more of the problem? Or is it like, should I just like, you know, walk away and just like call it a quit? Because I'm kind of at like my wit's end with trying to like understand, because I put my all in as much as I could into this person.
So let me ask you something. How is your communication with him? How do you talk to him on a regular basis? How do y'all talk?
I speak, try to say hello. I try to talk to him about things, you know, that we could do, like go out on a date and stuff, but usually he been declining it lately.
So let me ask you the next question. Do y'all argue and fight a lot?
Honestly, we have recently, because like I said, I feel like there's something that he's hiding that I don't know about because he's so slick with it. But when I do try to be honest with him and like not give like the silent treatment, because I am a very emotional person, I try to be understanding, but it's just like, I feel like it's a lot of lies, and I'm big on loyalty. Like I said, there's times where there's people that's been in my inbox and stuff, but I've ignored them because I respect them so much and have this love for him. But I feel like it's to a point now on his end where I guess he don't want to hurt my feelings or something like that. So I'm just trying to see, like, from another man,
what else is it? You know, that is it like is he done or like what? Because I'm kind of tired of playing house at this point.
I do believe there's three sides to the story. There's your side, his side, and the truth. So, like for me personally, I'm hearing one end. So the one thing I want you to hear, that lady that say Nate Hercules, I think that's the problem with black culture. We like to say break up. That's why while we're leading in single family homes and why we have the most children incarcerated, while we're leading in mental health and why we have all these issues, because the first thing we believe is just walk away from a situation. I don't know where you and this man could be at a point now where y'all might be communicating very toxic to each other, where he doesn't feel enticed to do things with you, because he might be with you because he's not happy also. I don't know what the scenario is when it comes to the both of you guys. For instance, 9 out of 10 times when we tell a story as a victim. I can get on the phone with him and he can say that you're very disrespectful to him. And then it's going to give us more understanding of why he feels so reserved and not willing to move forward with certain aspects of your relationship. But I do believe that nowadays we should understand the importance of therapy and counseling between couples, so therefore we can enhance our communication skills opposed to just saying run away and walk away. I think y'all just said y'all brought a baby into the world, and the sad part is the person that's going to suffer in this situation is your child. And when you do become a parent, it becomes beyond you and it's beyond him. And if y'all both are grown big people, like I would like to believe that y'all are, it should be about that child, and y'all should be sitting down having, you know, what's the next step? We need to go get counseling so we can get back to understanding and communicating better, so we can understand what's bothering me and what's bothering you, because sometimes we speak, but a lot of times we don't hear each other.
So this is my question to you. Are you actually mad about the situation?
I'm just to a point where, because he got 3 kids before me.
Okay.
And I took the kids in, you know, loving them unconditionally and stuff.
Yeah.
Before my son, and I just still feel like, and I have started to disrespect him to a certain extent, because I feel like he's not respecting me enough to understand, like, hey, I'm working, I'm taking care of everything.
Correct.
So I'm under like a lot of stress.
So,
and it's like, if
this is my question to you. You said disrespect. Now, how are you disrespecting this man? Verbally, physically?
So a lot of times, I would say not physically, because I don't put my hands on him and stuff. If anything, I, you know, say certain things and stuff when, like, he takes me to a point of, like, where I'm, like, overly frustrated, because it could be something simple as I might have asked him, hey, can you wash the dishes? And I come back from work and they, like, not done. You know, like, simple stuff, but nothing crazy. Wow. He said I'm complaining about that.
Can I ask you a question real fast? When you go to work, you come home very angry from work?
I'm not even angry. I actually be in a good mood. Like, good morning, how everybody doing? And he kind of just be like, I feel like, just like nonchalant.
So you know, the only reason I ask that is because when I walk into my house, before I walk in, like, I like to say a prayer. When I pull up, I pray in my head real fast and say a prayer, because I want to leave that energy. I want to leave that energy that the world might have touched me before I walk into my sanctuary, right? And a lot of times we bring that energy and spirits in our houses with us based on what we're going through at home. I used to be like that, where I would get mad at work and bring it into my house because I was mad about what was going on at work or in my businesses and dealing with things that gave me headaches, and didn't see that I was actually pouring negative onto my mate because of the fact that I was suffering in certain aspects of my personal life as far as my responsibilities.
I got one more question for you. You got your passport?
You said, do I have this
do you have
password?
Yeah.
Oh, passport?
Passports.
No, he changed it.
No, he said passport.
Passport. Do you guys have your passport?
Passport. No, I'm working on that.
All right, question. When is the last time you guys went on a trip together?
Okay.
You sound like there's a lot of kids involved.
We haven't, and I've been trying to plan it. And like I said, it's like every time I'm on like some type of romantic stuff, he just kind of like shoots it off.
Do me a favor. DM me after we get off this call. I want to sit down with both of y'all and talk to y'all one-on-one.
Yeah.
Because I know it's I feel like it's something missing in this story. And I think you're telling it from your end. And it could be how you view the situation. But I don't know how he views it. The thing about humans, everyone have their own perception. What you can think that you're doing right, he can be thinking you're doing wrong. The way you think you loving him could be wrong. The way he wants to be loved, you just don't know. And that's what we got to get back to understanding. And love languages can change as we get older too. Because I know people that were very materialistic. Now their idea of love language is time. They just like people being around them.
Okay.
So people change, as we get older. So I don't know. So I would like to sit down with the both of you and just talk to the both of you guys.
Quick question. What's your hobbies or your pastimes? What do you do for yourself? How do you make yourself happy?
I'm into crafting, so I do like a lot of art stuff, like T-shirt designing, poetry, different things like that.
But you know the one thing y'all got to make sure that y'all also understand that just because y'all have children, y'all can't stop dating each other, because one day your children gonna leave both of y'all, and then y'all gonna be back in the house with it's called empty net syndrome, where you see like a lot of times where the kids leave and now the parents they got to learn how to love each other again. They don't even know each other. They only know each other with children.
What's another question? What is he into? Like, what is his pastimes and his hobbies?
He's into like, I think, writing like music and stuff, and also he's into like sports real heavy.
Okay.
So like I said, just hit my DM and we're gonna do a one-on-one with the two of you guys, and we're gonna see like we can get a little to the bottom of it and see what's going on. Because I don't know why would a man not want to go out to eat when his woman wants to go out to eat, and then it sounds like you offering to pay. So it's like even worse. Yeah. So I want to see what it is.
Even a whole trip.
Because maybe later on you be like, and I took us out to eat. You know, some women give it up like that. I'm just being fair.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
I love you for that.
Thank you. I'll definitely make sure to message you.
Give it to her for her honesty. I love you for that. Let me just read something real fast, guys. Single-parent households often come with a mix of challenges, right, including a greater financial burden on a one parent, a wider range of responsibilities, and a higher risk of stress. Challenges increase financial strain. A single parent is often solely responsible for that child, ultimately creating strains on a single parent. Greater responsibilities, higher stress levels, limited support system, emotional difficulties, time for self-care, less time for self-care. The one thing I do know is, single parents lead in statistics of runaways. Single parents lead in statistics of mental health. The single parents lead in abandonment issues. I think that's what Black culture, we need to start learning, that when we get married or we start dating and we start having children, when you start bringing life into the world, we got to be more responsible with understanding that it's deeper than just a breakup. That's a child involved. Because sometimes children take breakups harder, right? Harder than both parents. Think about it. You know your kid could take a breakup 10 times harder than the woman. You and the woman separated, but the kid could take the whole breakup even harder.
Of course, because they don't really know what's going on.
100%. But let's get back into this. So what do you think right now? Why do you think so many women are so mad?
Me? Sorry about that.
Somebody want to call in, they can answer that to me for two. Why do you think so many women are mad? Men, women, call in right now. Head though.
I feel like a lot of women are mad because they have to work just as hard as men. I've heard this before.
I do believe that. I come from a single mother, and my mother had 6 kids, and it wasn't easy. Right?
Stamps gone.
Someone said
because stamps gone.
Someone said because some stamps is gone. Now we ain't gonna do that. All women ain't on those food stamps. We ain't gonna do that.
Nah.
We ain't gonna generalize.
You gotta think about it too. There's women got kids to feed.
Someone said, really? I know, but every woman ain't on those things. And I said, but that was a funny joke though. Right now, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, my mother wasn't on those things.
My mother neither. But the one thing I do see is more so.
What she was.
I will admit this, and I'm gonna be fair to my women right now. Man, we gotta stop thinking just because we pay bills that we gotta also help with the responsibilities around the house. I do believe because we provide for the real men, they think that that's enough. I believe being fair is you have to do more than just provide. You got to help with the household chores sometimes. You got to take the burden of the children off the woman sometimes. And I'm just being fair. You got to spend time. You got to understand, like, yo, a lot of times, they like attention too. And they want attention. And you can't give, she's attention whore. Like, she wants your attention. So if your woman's a whore for your attention, I think that's a good thing. As long as it ain't like psycho.
I feel like sometimes with relationships, and why a lot of women are mad is because I feel like we have like this token concept. Like like every time we got to keep buying a prize, keep putting a coin in, put a coin in. You see your woman mad, you see your woman unhappy, you give her a jewel, give her a coin, boom, she's better for 2 to 3 months, then boom, something else come happen. Then you put some more coins, more jewels, more, and that's it. It's like at the point we gotta realize that when the relationship runs its course, just let it go. Not everybody's for marriage. Not everybody is for relationships.
I do believe this, and then would you agree? I think the issue with most cases is more people need to start dating a little bit longer. But you know the scariest thing? I want y'all to hear this. I'm a black man, and I'm very proud of being a black man, right? You know the scariest thing? Look at this. Tyler, you gotta hear this one. I'm gonna tell you the scariest thing, Dre. I'm a black man, and I'm a very proud black man. But you know the scariest thing about black culture? Black culture think getting married is worse than having a child. Having a child is a 21-year responsibility that you're gonna have to deal with that person no matter what.
That's crazy.
But they think marriage, you get into marriage in 21 days.
Yeah.
You get into marriage the next day. You can annul it the next day.
Yeah.
But they think marriage is the biggest commitment, and the biggest commitment isn't having a child. I think that is crazy.
The Cinderella story, brother.
And when I sit back and listen to some people, they be like, I ain't marrying her, but you'll have a kid with her?
Stuck with her for the rest of your life? That's crazy.
It's scary when you deal with black people.
It's crazy.
And they think that having a child is not more of a commitment than getting married. Getting married,
soul ties.
you can, and then on top of it, most of the people that talk about not getting married, they don't have nothing to lose anyway. Most Americans don't have money.
What did you say earlier? The kid to be a junior, have your name and everything,
yes.
running around, you're not taking care of the kid.
Come on. But it's scary that when we sit back having a conversation and a person don't think that having a child is the biggest commitment that two people can do. Because now you're bringing life that y'all both responsible for the rest of that person's natural life.
That's crazy.
But marriage don't get me wrong, it would be nice that it's forever.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the biggest commitment.
Be mad at your son because he looked just like his father. That's crazy.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
You want to see your son's a clone. Your baby father's clone. That's crazy.
You know that's sad that that's one of the sayings in our culture. He looked just like his damn daddy. That's kind of sad.
That's sad.
You know, he ain't choose it. You chose that man.
Yeah.
But you gave him that burden for the rest of his life. I do believe that we have to learn how to talk to each other, because I think a lot of things we got going on in our culture is a little twisted.
It's crazy too, because you know there's a lot of things that we see as men that we don't talk about, like situations like when we were our bros and we talking shit about a girl that a boy is messing with, and that same boy come back and talk shit about her, but end up getting her pregnant. That's crazy.
But I do believe that when people do certain things, you can kind of see where they are mentally. I don't have to know a person to know a person. Certain behavior patterns give away who they are. For instance, if I see a man who says he wants the best for himself, but he dates something that's not good for him, he clearly don't want the best for herself. If I see a woman who says she wants the best for herself, but she's around all her friends who ain't about nothing, that means she don't want nothing for herself.
A fact.
So when you really evaluate yourself and you're able to self-evaluate, then you're able to self-evaluate yourself and look at it like, damn, if I genuinely want the best for myself, then I'm gonna make better decisions for myself, and I'm gonna hold myself to a standard, opposed to just, listen, I met some women that are very hard to sleep with, very, very hard to sleep with. And I don't think she's bougie or anything. I think that's a woman that has value, virtue, and respect for herself. And then I met some women that, once I see a bum hit it, I don't even want it. I'm keeping it 100 with you.
So what do you think about birds of a feather flock together?
It's true to a degree. There's always exceptions, but in most cases, people are who they hang out with.
That's a fact.
They are. But if a woman, and I'm saying this on record, if I meet her and we start talking, and I see your ex, and your whole bump, I'm sorry.
What's
I
have a question. So just circling back, like maybe a year or two ago, there was a statistic that said black culture will have a net worth by 2053 of $0. So I just want to circle back. Do you still see that as a thing? Has it gotten worse, or do you think we're getting better, especially with relationships and, you know, this women are angry, men are angry? Do you think by 2053 that we're on a trajectory of having a net worth of 0?
Don't turn off the mic yet. Answer this question. Would you say Spanish families are heavy on family?
100%.
Would you say Indians are heavy on family?
Yes.
Would you say Asians are heavy on family?
Yes.
Would you say most cultures outside of the black culture are heavy on families?
Yes.
So my next question is, the reason why black culture is trending towards having the worst net worth in the history of life is because black people have bad family dynamics where we don't work together and we don't understand that the reason why we're losing is not because of the white man, it's because of the families that can't put their resources together and make it make sense. If O'Shane planted the corn, I got the cornbread and you got the chicken, we got a whole feast. And then Dre bring the juice, we got a whole feast. But black families don't think like that. We blame everybody for our poor decisions, and we don't look at the fact that we're not intricately working together to build our empires and work so much better. Sam?
Facts.
Would you agree with that shit?
Definitely, 100%.
But we're gonna keep pointing the finger.
Let's get two more callers. Call in right now.
Let's get 2 more callers before we get out of here today. Someone said it right. Everyone is lovers of themselves. That's the problem. It's weird when you meet a man, like you and your brother both struggling and y'all don't want to work together. I ain't helping him. That sounds crazy. There's a video the young man did in the city, and you know how much it hurt people just to like and comment on a man or their friend's posts? You know how bad it hurts them? I ain't helping them. It's so sick that an absolute stranger will come along and overvalue. I did an episode last week when I said one of my homegirls that I knew said, I see you. I never told her I had a podcast. So one day she was like, I see a little podcast on, it came up on my feed. I was like, little podcast? You know, and I hate when we talk like that. You know, little. Don't try to minimize me and big me up in the same breath.
Ronnie Handsome. So yes, it is part of the agenda, but why are we following the agenda?
But that's the truth. We don't hold ourselves to the decisions that we make. We allow it, and then we keep talking about what the problem is, and then we don't move forward by doing better with ourselves. We have to realize that culturally, we are under attack, right? Masculinity is under attack. It's been under attack for years. Yeah. And I'm going to call it what it is. I don't care if somebody get mad. Masculinity is under attack. And realistically, the more masculine you are, the more toxic they'll make you, right? Because they have their motive and agenda. But I don't give a damn. I'm not compromising who I am for nobody. I know what's wrong and what's right. You can't tell me a duck is a rabbit, and I'm not going for it. It's what it is what it is. And I don't care. I don't. That's why you don't see me on this podcast. We don't get into people's sexual preferences. I don't care. I don't care. But I'm not going to call a monkey a duck or a horse a lion because the horse starts roaring. The horse can roar. It's still a horse. All right? We just got to call it what it is. As a culture, we got to start working together and work on ourselves. Anybody want to call in before we get out of here today?
Nate, send him a DM. Send a DM after this live.
What's that? Yeah, you can DM me about it. But again, what do you got to say, Shane, about this whole?
Nah, everything was good today, guys. You know, we learned a lot of reasons why women are mad. You know, I had a good time here. You know, a lot of you guys definitely need to seek some therapy. You know, book a queue for some counseling.
One-on-ones.
One-on-ones, you know. I think that'll help a lot of people.
Shoot the DM, hit the DM, link in bio. We can do some one-on-ones. I do believe that the whole goal in life is to work on ourselves. And the issue with working on ourselves, we have to be transparent. You can't fix what you can't acknowledge, and you can't heal what you can't tell the truth about. A lot of times we ignore certain aspects of ourselves, and then we ultimately think it's gonna just fix itself. I ain't never seen glass just magically get back together. I've never seen something broken just naturally fix itself. So reality is we have to do the work so we can fix ourselves. But again, as a culture, we're not identifying the issues and understanding that we have a lot of trauma. We have a lot of psychological issues. And I think everyone and anyone, if you have money to buy things to make you look good physically, you should spend money on working on your mental health. Let me say that again. If you could buy nice items to look like you're rich, you could spend some money on your mental health.
That's a fact.
I think that's one of the missed muscles that people even in the gym ignore. You work out every damn day, but you don't even work on your mental health. You got anything to say before you get out of here?
No.
Sure?
Good, yeah.
Tell me where they can find you at.
Nah.
His Instagram name is Diabolical.
It's not diabolical.
We go live each and every Sunday, guys. For those who want to keep up with the content, we have the platform on YouTube. It's called Empowered Dynasty, EMPOWERD, Empowered Dynasty, DYNSTY, Dynasty.